Reddit. What is the dumbest/funniest thing you've ever seen in a courtroom? Person 1, saw a guy get dragged up from the holding cell below the court because he was being held for stealing meat. He was wearing a shirt that said, "Meat Assassin, License to Grill." I don't want to assume anyone's guilt until it's been proven, but like, come on man. If I remember correctly, he was released pending a future court date. Person 2, we went to court in 9th grade for law class. We got to watch a few minor things. Some idiot, I suppose, thought it would be funny to demand trial by combat over his speeding ticket. He was probably just trying to be funny for us. Person 3, my brother had to go to court for some traffic thing, I forget what. The benches were loud, like drumheads, every little touch echoed. I'm sitting there wondering what it would sound like if someone farted. And my brother kickstarted the bench. It sounded like a Harley drove into the room. People started looking around, and he was looking around too. Meanwhile, I turned bright red and tried desperately not to break out laughing, so everyone thought I did it. Person 4, my dad was called for jury duty back in the 1960s. The case: one man was suing another for assault and damages arising from a fight they had both been involved in that took place in the parking lot of a local burger joint. When my dad heard what the case was, he sat back in his seat, crossed his arms and grinned. The judge noticed this, then asked the potential jurors if there was anyone present who had a valid reason to be excused from serving on the jury. My dad raised his hand. When asked why he felt he couldn't serve, my dad replied, "Well, I know both the plaintiff and the defendant, I own the restaurant where the fight took place, I witnessed the fight, and I happen to know the plaintiff through the first punch." The plaintiff's lawyer banged his head on his table. Not only was my dad excused, but so were all the other potential jurors that day. Even the judge was laughing as they all left the courtroom. The case was dropped later that day.